it's nice to have you here. The new album, New Heaven, is great. It's fantastic, and
Thank you.
I have listened to the album twice, and well, it's a great opener, a great opener track. The first time I heard this as a single, I was a bit shaken, like what the fuck is this? But in a good way.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if was at any point like a song that sets the tone for the record, because I'm thinking it was the third one.
Desolation's Harp.
Exactly, that one.
Yeah. Um, it's hard to say that any one song on the record sets the tone, because the record, like all of our records, is kind of all over the place. You know,
Mm.
there's New Heaven is kind of the death metal song, and Violet Seizures is kind of the black metal song, and then Desolation's Harp is like kind of somewhere in between black and death. And then every song kind of has its own little universe that it lives in. So I feel like all of our records are kind of that way anyway. So it's hard to say that any one song sets the tone for the record.
I mean, in terms of the pre-production process or ideas, like, okay, this is maybe the song that give us a guidance in what we could do for the rest of the songs. Something like that doesn't happen in your process.
No, not really. It's basically just if it either I'll bring an idea in, or Trey or Steven will bring an idea in, and we'll jam on it. And if it's good, and we sort of water the seed, so to speak, and if it blooms and takes off, then we roll with it. That said, when we initially started writing, we threw out some old, or not old, but threw out some ideas that we were like, maybe, we'll come back to this, and never really got back to them, because once we did start writing, we kind of realized that everything was kind of going in a direction, sort of, but it's never really one song that
Right.
that determines the direction. It's more of just an overall vibe,
Right.
so to speak.
But there is a thought process behind choosing the order of the track list, right? Because it feels in the right order. In that sense, you curate the order of the track list.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's something that we all really focus on once we have the group of songs, figuring out how they're going to flow, because I'm old and we're old, so we listen to a whole record. Like if I'm
Right.
going to listen to Morbid Angel, I'm going to listen to all of Gateways to Annihilation. Or if I'm going to listen to fucking Led Zeppelin, I'm going to listen to all of Led Zeppelin too. Like
Right.
I pretty much every band, every record I like, I listen to the record. So I always think the track sequencing is always very important to me / us. So yeah, definitely it's good to try and have the sequence sort of take you on a ride, where it's, kind of there's hills and valleys, and there's the quiet songs and the louder songs. And
Yeah, there's a big momentum in the arc of this album. Each song has his own thing, his own individual mood, I will say. You talk about being a record type of guy, which I resonate with. I like to listen to from the start to the end, an album. Do you, when you like a band, do you pay attention to the singles, or you wait until the full album?
if it's I'll usually check out the single, but I don't, sometimes a song is better within the context of a record.
Yeah.
And it'll make sense after you've put everything in there. but yeah, I mean, like if I'm trying to think of a newer band that I dig. I mean, like if Dead Congregation releases a new single,
Right.
I'm going to be listening to it. I want to
Right.
fucking hear it as soon as I can. But that said, I when I listen to Dead Congregation, I put on the whole fucking record, start to finish. So
Yeah, it's that excitement you can shake off, right? From a band like that.
yeah, definitely.